Hey everyone, welcome back to Wuchang. Just from here, we're going to carry on the final part of the cave system. Take out that dude in the despair crystal. We have a tree in the middle here. Item on there, cool. The Mind Lotus seeds are great. They will get rid of any despair buildup. Rather save them for later. Oof, brutal. You are annoyingly strong. Take out anyone you can. Just keep an eye on your despair build-up. It can creep up on you quite badly. Coffin behind the other coffins. Yeah, prioritizing these guys, the despair crystals, which is still building up. I will take a Mind Lotus seed. You're looking for an item that's like 2 eyeballs on a plate. Alright. And out here we have another tree. Just gonna run up, run out. There we go. Try to build up some Skyborn might. Oh, tree. Oh, tree. I could just throw a fire pot. That would probably be my easiest bet. But that is okay. Alright, we should have a chest over here. There's a lot of landmines in this area, so just be careful of that. Right, we got a benediction. There should be a bird. Nothing too crazy. We do have an item here. Didn't I just kill a bird? Oh, I didn't hit you. My bad. And up here we go. Now this is just going to take us back to the bandit camp shrine with the guy with the 2 cannons and stuff like that. So we'll show how it links up. We'll rest at the shrine and take on a boss. In fact, I'm going into a boss fight. I may as well revert back to something a bit stronger. My go-to seems to be this one here, but if we can find... I think I'm happy with what I've got. This one here will be fine. Alright, so remember, if you haven't been this way, there'll be a bambooling there. He actually normally gets killed by a landmine or a cannonball. Otherwise, we're just going to run between these guys here. Nice. May as well rest because we don't want to go into a boss fight half-cocked. Do I have any skill points? No. Right, this boss can kind of be a big pain in the ass. As long as you stay aggressive, you're fine, but you need to dodge like waves of arrows if you get far away from him. They're electric arrows, right? About halfway, he will ignite his sword on fire, so he does electric and fire damage. He will do a huge combo. At that point, you just want to try to dodge behind him or just get as much distance between you and him as possible. It's kind of hard, though. However, Nian does have our backs for the most part. I can hear a bird. There you are. So just make sure you summon him. Alright. First thing we're doing before we go into this boss fight is putting on the bone whistle. Yeah. Alright. We'll set a leech. We'll go into the boss fight. And summon Nian. Alright, so as soon as you can. Alright, we're going to hang around the entrance here for a bit. He's going to jump towards us. And that's where we let off a heavy attack. You can already see he's at half health. We're going to dodge these. Alright. That's alright, we'll get out of that. Once my computer unfreezes, my PlayStation unfreezes. And this is the fire that I was telling you about, alright? Just dodge your way out of the rainstorm of arrows there. Thankfully he's targeting Nian. Cool. We got the 7 treasure rosary. We got the Flamebringer sword, and we got the echoes of something I can't pronounce, but that's pretty much just like lightning arrows. That boss actually gave me a hell of a lot less grief than I thought he would. In fact, that was done really quickly. When I looked up and saw like the half health gone, I was like, holy crap. But power of the axe, right? Make sure you come over here, talk to Nian.
Though you may well. I demand that we spar when we next meet. I demand that we spar when...
Alright, that's fine. If you want to go back and rest, by all means, please do. We have a small cave system coming up, and this is just going to link up a couple of areas. This is actually the way we're going to progress, so like, do come down here. Alright. Since that dude just wants to be a pain... Wow. I'm going to equip... I need a fire pot, why not? I hate tree monsters. There we go. Screw you, tree. Right, if we come over here to the right hand side, when we sort of cleared out the bandit camp, you'll remember that I went up to a ladder that was coming out of a well. That just connects this area. I don't trust myself to survive the despair. Let's... one more. You can wake up as many people as you like. It's not going to save you. Alright, so this is that ladder. If you climb that, it'll lead you to a well. You should have cleared that bandit camp out by now. There's a whole bunch of enemies up there if you've rested like I have, so just be careful. Anywho, come over here, pick up any items that you find. Alright, we have this stuff here. I feel like there's exploding dudes around us too. We had Charles Hope Pendant. There is exploding dudes. Cool. 3 of them. Oh, with that. Cool. I don't like using this amount of stuff right now, but I suppose we keep picking them up, so that's fine. Alright, now if you had been following the walkthrough and you opened up this door, you will have an open door at this end, alright? You cannot open it from this side. This pretty much just leads us out to this area here with the shrine behind us here. 2 points. Pretty much we can look at discipline spells now. So discipline spells. Disciplines after this. There will be a couple that we grab, but otherwise we've fully maxed out our axe tree except for the level points, which is natural progression, so it's fine. Other than that, we will be focusing on this main skill tree over here after we've got some disciplines, so it's totally fine. A direction to go in, right? That's all the cave systems. That's 1 out of 2 bosses. May as well rest. I've actually surpassed what I did in the walkthrough prep, so I didn't even fight this boss in the walkthrough prep. I feel like I die to him quite often anyways. After all that, I never picked up this item. Firepot's nice. I should really see if any NPCs need talking to. That's probably going to be the biggest thing. We have killed a boss and things do change with that. I got a random 140 souls just then. Weird. Mercury, it's alright. We have Wuchang. I think that's the old lady. Alright. We'll go progress some dialogue first. So, old lady from the shrine. We're just coming to the back here. I believe that boss we just killed was her son, because she keeps going on about how her son's a general and things like that. If you don't tell her, she's going to progress forwards. If you do tell her, I don't think we really have a choice, to be honest. Yeah, so she gets all sad and stuff like that. It's absolutely fine. She's not tied into any trophies as far as I'm aware. We do have an item. Interesting. Alright, we'll hand over the bowl to Wuchang. Was it a bowl? Oil burner or something like that? No, excuse me. Not where I wanted to go.
Hey, you made it.
Oil lamp.
So I went it. Not only a wasted effort on my part, and not a copper to show for it.
Nothing I'm really interested in buying here, so it's totally fine.
Hey, you made it. Got some new stuff for
Sell
ya.
some stuffs.
Come back soon.
Oh, run into the fire. I'd rather not focus on disciplines at the moment. Screw it, let's just put some points into this. We will go that way. Alright, I think that'll about do us. We do have the Shoe Sanctum that we can go back to and visit the boss weapon dude. He will not disappear for a while, so that's fine. I think we'll go to the Cloud Spire outskirts. Alright, and now we'll take on the boss. Firepots probably aren't going to be a good thing to have in this fight. We shall go... you know what? Let's go an Aurum Feather. I haven't used any of these so far, and I feel like that would be kind of helpful. We'll use a spicy soup. Just because we're probably never going to need those throughout the rest of the game. Alright, just be careful with the cannon guy will fire a cannon there, so if you're close to that you can take some damage. There's a lot of landmines around here, a couple of loose items as well. Item over here. Alright, we have a bird. right there. Another item. Alright, going into this fight, this guy initially starts out with like I want to say like a polearm or like a spear of some sort. A glaive, I guess. Different names for the same thing. About halfway through, he'll pull out his sword, alright? His attacks become a lot more aggressive. His combos are a little bit predictable, but this guy can do a lot of damage real quickly, so you just want to be on your guard with this guy. I would recommend Divine Ward. This will help us a lot. Spicy Soup's going to help us with the Frostbite build-up, but I've already taken one, so it's fine. Frostbite build-up will be your best friend. Frostbite resistance will be your best friend here, alright? I do think this is really good for Frostbite build-up as well as this one here. It doesn't do too bad. In fact, no, we're at -10. That's not a good idea. We look at here. I'd like something with Frostbite build-up that doesn't put us down too much. I mean, Ming Armor seems to be pretty good for this. You know what? I think that's going to be our best bet. We'll try it with the Ming Armor. Anywho, equip some Leech, equip an Aurum Feather, and away we go. Alright, so first up, he's always going to do this jump. Time your dodges. We're going to try get behind him and get that critical. Alright, now we're just going to go in for a combo. Alright, this is a transition to phase 2. Absolutely fine. If you want to take another Aurum Feather, if you want to use a Steam Bunny Bun or heal, this is your time. Alright. Sword combo can be a pain in the ass. That's his grab attack, which is absolutely horrible. Alright. If you hear that sharp noise, you really want to just get out of the way. Yeah, like I said, he can gain some ground on you there. Rude. No. Nasty attack, that one. You really just need to find your flow with his combos. And if we can just continually leech him, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm not giving you an inch, buddy. There we go. So, you can see exactly how easily he got on top of me in that second phase. But I'm glad that only took me one attempt. I'm stoked with that. Alright, so we're going to rest here. We're actually going to progress a little bit into the next area and go to the next shrine. Where are we going to go? May as well push ourselves out that way there. Yep, nasty, nasty combos with that dude. Alright, so carrying on here. Couple of dudes to deal with, nothing crucial. Oh, item that I didn't know existed, that's fine. We have an archer up here. He's probably going to be your priority first up. Don't you throw that torch at me. Oh, not an archer. He's a gunman. My bad. Okay, to progress is through that door. I'm just going to go around, gather up all the items I can, kill all the enemies that I can. I think there's an elite enemy somewhere in here too. You are not alive.
Blue feathers from her arm. She's a fiend for sure.
Your face is a fiend. Maybe not. Maybe it's just Ming soldiers. This is the guy I was thinking of. Alright. Another Ming soldier who apparently couldn't see me 2 feet away from his base. Nah. I really don't like this armor. Like, it's great for just strength stuff, but I really just don't like it. It's too bulky. Alright, so gather everything you can around the camp there. We're just going to make our way forward. No items? No items. I think there's a dude around here somewhere. Yep, there is. Cheeky bugger. Alright, come over here, grab the chest. Gonna come in here. I think there's a dog or a grabby lady. No, there's a dog. Get all those two. There's a pressure plate here, so just be careful of standing on that. Alright, there should be an item over here. Where did you even come from? I was looking for you. I was thinking there should be a couple of enemies, but then they just never appeared. There's a bird up on this place here, so if you... What the hell did I just take? Aurum feather? My bad. That was supposed to be a knife. There we go, if you want to grab that. Coming through here. We have Heiyozai.
How's your condition? Your mind. I've kept this talk. Could she? I tried to. Whether it was lowering the drawbridge must have been. Lowering the drawbridge must have been.
Alright, sweet. So talking to him, definitely a good thing. We're going to come over here to the left for 2 enemies in here. Nice. Grab the item. Right, now, if this guy is not here, it's because you didn't rest at the shrine. Okay, go back and rest and come talk to him.
Yes, you're our savior.
Alright, blast through this guy's dialogue.
Rest assured.
We got the red mercury crystal. Right, we have an item over here. That red mercury crystal we're going to hand over to a NPC that we've spoken to. It was the girl in the shack. We have a dude with a shield. Where is the bird? There's the bird. Alright, we're going to take out this guy here. be careful, this guy can sometimes be a bit more spicy than he's worth. Awesome. Alright, this is going to be an NPC called Fanyao. Now, skipping through all that dialogue, you probably wouldn't have seen it. We gave her the white scarf, alright? I've covered this in the previous episode when we went through, I think it was Hillsop village. You interact with a blue ball there, it will give you a white scarf at the graves. If you haven't got that, go back and get this, because this is how you progress her storyline, alright? But we've already given it to her, so that's totally fine. Alright, we're going to ignore that for now. That's progression. We have a shrine just up ahead. Alright. So what we're going to do from here is teleport. We're just going to see what NPCs we can talk to from here. There's a whole bunch of people where we are. This will be covered next episode, don't worry. I just need to do some walkthrough prep to figure out exactly how I should do it in which sequence, so totally fine. For now, we're just going back to the Snowy Passage. Nope, we're not wanting to rest. What are you doing? Alright, follow this up through the first gate here. We're taking a left after this. Alright. I can never remember this lady's name.
Please, it's a great what?
Alright, hand over the red mercury. She's gonna disappear and she'll turn up later on, so for this time, that is all set. Just gonna go back to the shrine. We'll go to Shu Temple. We may as well see what he's got to offer. Shu Sanctum, my bad. I keep doing that. Is it the Reverend Temple and the Shu Sanctum? Alright, eventually this guy's gonna move too, so we don't need to keep coming back here to speak to him.
What treasures do you have for me to... Oh, the beads. Unfortunately, we're on Wuchang with the Ming, the fate of the dynasty. It's long since past. In these troubled times, what treasures do you have for me today?
Let's see what we can get from him. So, nothing item-wise, it'll be purely cosmetic stuff. That's kind of cool.
In these troubled times.
Right. If you want, you can buy some crap from him. From here, we're just going to go back to Cloudspire City and finish up. So, a lot of side quest activity going on in the next episode. The boss for this area can be kind of hearty too. I think we'll be switching to a longsword for her. Again, cross that bridge when we come to it. Thank you all for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I'll see you here next time for more Wuchang.